You're most welcome to our free online school, SkillBridge Institute. This time around, we'll be discussing about building project team. So the first thing that we need to understand is that what is a project team? So it consists of individuals working together to achieve project objectives. So we need to understand that team consists of different members or different people who work together so that by the end of the day, they should be able to achieve project objectives. So we need to understand that these particular members, they bring unique skills or they bring different skills. For example, somebody can bring technical skills. Somebody can bring creativity on how best they can do something. And somebody can bring leadership. For example, in a construction project, you can have a team of architects, engineers, workers, as well as project managers. All these people, they can just work together so that by the end of the day, they should be able to achieve their project objective, which is constructing a building. So let's look at project team structure. So a project manager is supposed to understand this particular project team structure, and you as a project manager, you are supposed to have this one whenever you are working on your project. So we need to understand that a project has got these particular individuals involved. On top, you can have a project director, or it can be a project sponsor. From there, below you have got a project manager. From project manager, we can have got a project officer. Then you can also have got functional team leader here. These are functional team leaders. From there, at the bottom, you have got team members. The whole here, they are team what? Team members. So that is what we need to understand. So you can see the hierarchy itself. That means these particular team members, they are reporting to this functional team leader. These here, they are also reporting to the functional team leader. These are also reporting to functional team leaders. But you need to understand that these team leaders, they report to the project manager, as well as the project officer also reports to the project manager. Then the project manager reports to the director or to the sponsor. So that is the hierarchy. Let's talk about steps to building a strong team. So for you to build a strong team, number one, you need to understand the project needs. So on this one, you need to know the skills and the expertise that will be required for you for a particular project to be well executed. Another one, you need to define roles. So at this particular moment, you need to clearly outline responsibility for each team member. So if you want to have got a strong team, make sure that each team member clearly understands what he or she is supposed to do in that particular project. Another one is that you need to select the right people. So on this one, you need to make sure that you have got skills, experience, and soft skills that aligns with the project need. For example, if you are in a construction project, you need to find engineers who are well trained in that particular construction project. So that is what you need to understand. You cannot, in a project where you need teachers, you cannot take nurses and bring them in that particular project. So make sure that right skills are in the right place. So that is what you need to understand. Another step is that you need to clearly assign roles. So you need to make sure that roles for each team member, they are clearly outlined. So that one will help to avoid confusion as well as it will help to bring accountability. From there, you need to foster collaboration. So on fostering collaboration, make sure that there is good communication between different team members. So there should be that good communication between different team members. Let's talk about managing your project team. How can you manage your project team? Number one, you should be able to provide training. So make sure that you provide required skills. You should train your team members so that they should know exactly what they are supposed to do at that particular project. Another one, you should also set expectations. So in setting expectations, make sure that your team members understands the goal of that particular project. They should understand the deadlines to say that we are supposed to do this particular task from this particular day up to this day. From there, they're even supposed to know the quality or the performance standard to say that the quality for this particular project is supposed to be like this. Another way it is by building trust. So on that one, you should make sure that you are able to recognize effort, and you should be able to create a supportive environment. So whenever your team members are performing very well, you should be having that capacity of recognizing them. You can be giving them prizes, you can be encouraging them. So that is very good. And by the end of the day, you should also be able to provide supportive environment. Whenever your team members want some tools to use so that they can effectively work in that particular project, you as a project manager should be in a position to provide those particular things if they are available. Monitor progress. So on that one, as a project manager, you should be able to regularly review how that particular project is faring or how is going. So you should be able to track the project progress. The other thing is that you should be able to resolve conflicts. So you need to understand that whenever there are 2-3 people, conflicts will be definitely there. But you as a project manager, make sure that you have got those particular skills for resolving conflicts. And by the end of the day, there should be that good collaboration between team members. So you as a project manager, make sure that you have got that capacity of resolving conflicts in your team. Let's talk about challenges and solutions. So the challenges which can be there in building a project team. Number one, you can have lack of skills. So this particular problem of lack of skills, this problem can be solved by providing clear instruction and trainings. So you as a project manager, whenever you see that there are some skills which are lacking in my team, you should be able to provide clear instructions, and as well as you should be able to provide training if necessary for your team members. You can also have got a challenge of poor communication. So this problem of poor communication can be addressed by the use of effective communication tools. So make sure that you have got effective communication tools. So that is what you need to understand. Another problem that can be there, it is conflicting priorities. Conflicting priorities. So this is whereby a certain team member wants this particular thing to be done. Then you find another team member wants another thing to be accomplished. So for you to solve that one, you need to make sure that your team members, they just need to focus on project tasks which are supposed to be done at that particular time. So make sure you are focusing on something that is supposed to be done at that particular moment. So that is what you need to understand as a project manager. Thank you so much.